Pocahontas, Pocahontas.
You just elbowed me, Senator. I got that on camera.
I want to apologize. I'll use tonight.
And she's got to take a drug test.
Women shouldn't be in combat at all.
Take a test.
Very offensive.
Oh, really? Oh, I'm sorry about that. Pocahontas?
Democrats like Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren continue to peddle the lie and the claim that you're trying to cut Social Security despite your repeated promises to protect it. Why do you think they keep pushing this misinformation and literally terrorizing the elderly in America that sadly keep watching the very misleading mainstream media?
Tonight, one of the leading voices was Massachusetts Senator Elizabeth Warren. She joins us now. To somebody out there, what do you say to them about what lies ahead?
You or someone you know is probably on Medicaid and might not even know it. So when Donald Trump and Republicans in Congress talk about cutting Medicaid, they may be going after your health insurance. This is the biggest health care cut this country has ever seen. And why? To pay for handouts to Trump's billionaire donors and giant corporations in the form of tax cuts. No kid with an ear infection should lose access to health care just so that Mark Zuckerberg can buy another Hawaiian.
I love your question. I should have called you almost first, but I love his questions also, always. But it's such a good question. It's so vicious what they do. Elizabeth Warren said she was an Indian.
I learned about my family the same way most people do. My brothers and I learned from our mom and our dad and our brothers and our sisters, and those were our family stories.
What?
She of the great tribal heritage. What tribe is it? Let me think about that one. Meantime, she's based her life on being a minority.
Was Elizabeth Warren the first woman of color to be hired to Harvard Law School in 1995? Politico reports that according to a 1997 piece in the Fordham Law Review, the current candidate for Senate in Massachusetts, who has Native American roots, was touted by the school as part of an effort to increase diversity among faculty.
Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
We call her Pocahontas. She's a liar.
My mom and dad were very much in love with each other, and they wanted to get married. And my father's parents said, absolutely not. You can't marry her because she's part Cherokee and she's part Delaware. And after fighting it as long as they could, my parents went off, they eloped. It was an issue in our family the whole time I grew up about these two families. It was an issue still raised at my mother's funeral. So what I know about my parents is I know that in that little town they grew up in, that my father's parents knew enough about my mother and her family to say, I have no doubt.
Bullshit. You're talking bullshit.
It's a touching story, which is also not true. An internet sleuth in 2012 found records from the 1930s indicating that Warren's parents had their marriage conducted by a prominent pastor in the town, that the witness on her parents' marriage certificate was a family friend, that the wedding announcement in the local paper makes zero mention of the wedding being a surprise to their family.
This woman has lied about everything. One of my favorites was when she made up the story about, well, I was the first breastfeeding mother to take the New Jersey bar. And then the lady who is like the head of New Jersey Bar Association says, yeah, that we don't track that. It's not like a thing.
So that was a fucking lie.
She lied her whole career. Based on the fact that she was an Indian, she was able to get into certain colleges, get certain jobs, get into certain universities to work there. She's a liar and a mean person. She's a nut job. Elizabeth Warren said she was an Indian. Said she was an Indian. She's a liar, 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 liar. Said she was an Indian. She's a liar. We call her Pocahontas.
Who, Pocahontas? Do you want to keep it going for another 5 years?
Yeah, you would say Pocahontas says yes.
You'll have plenty of those Democrats coming over and you're going to say, no, sir, no, thank you. No, ma'am, perhaps, ma'am. It may be Pocahontas. Remember that. And Pocahontas is not happy. She's not happy. She's the worst. You know, Pocahontas I'm doing such a disservice to Pocahontas. It's so unfair to Pocahontas. She defrauded people with her credentials. She said she was Indian. And I said that I have more Indian blood than she does, and I have none. I'm sorry. Learn your heritage.
And the fact that she was a Native American, she said she was Native American, but she wasn't able to document it. She said, well, I have high cheekbones. You see, I have high cheekbones, so I'm a Native American. I think she's as Native American as I am, okay? She is
very offensive.
You tell me. Oh, really? Oh, I'm sorry about that. Pocahontas? Although we have a representative in Congress who they say was here a long time ago. They call her Pocahontas. But you know what? I like you because you are special.
It is deeply unfortunate that the President of the United States cannot even make it through a ceremony honoring these heroes without having to throw out a racial slur.
Pocahontas, Pocahontas, Pocahontas. I do regret calling her Pocahontas because I think it's a tremendous insult to Pocahontas. That's right. And I hereby, oh no, I want to apologize. I'll use tonight. Pocahontas, I apologize to you. I apologize. To you, I apologize. To the fake Pocahontas, I won't apologize.
She's a liar. She lied her whole career. Based on the fact that she was an Indian, she was able to get into certain colleges, get certain jobs.
Warren has been plagued by criticism of her various claims of Native heritage throughout her career, even touted as an example of diversity in Harvard's faculty in the 1990s. Warren says Harvard made that claim without her knowledge, but defended her choice to list herself as a minority in a national directory of law professors.
When she proclaims that she's of Indian heritage, because her mother said she has high cheekbones.
Like all of the Indians do.
That's her only evidence.
Is Elizabeth Warren going to be a woman of color now?
She says she's not.
How can she say she's not when she just took a DNA test stating she is?
Somewhere between 164th and 1024th Native American.
Like anyone who's being honest with themselves, I know that I have made mistakes. I am sorry for harm I have caused.
And a mean person.
Get the hell out of our agencies. Get the hell out of our government. Nobody elected you. You have no legal authority to be there and no legal authority.
What is the problem here? What is the problem with transparency? Do not touch me. Do not touch me. Senator Warren, I just want to answer a question. How did you get a $12 million net worth on a $200,000 salary in Congress?
Thank you.
How did you do that?
Excuse me.
How did you do that? You can keep trying to block my camera. We're on public sidewalk, so get off of me. So you don't want to answer that question. What is it about Doge that's such a problem to you? You just elbowed me, Senator. I got that on camera.
She's a nut job.
Now, Mr. Hegstaff, you have written that after they retire, generals should be banned from working for the defense industry for 10 years. You and I agree on the corrosive effects of the revolving door between the Pentagon and defense contractors. It's something I would have liked to talk with you about if you'd come and been willing to visit with me. But the question I have for you on this is, will you put your money where your mouth is and agree that when you leave this job, you will not work for the defense industry for 10 years?
Senator, it's not even a question I've thought about because it's not one
right now.
It's not one, my motivation for this job.
I understand that. I just need a yes or no here. Time is short. I just need a yes or no.
I would consult with the president about what the policy should be at the Defense Department.
In other words, you're quite sure that every general who serves should not go directly into the defense industry for 10 years. But you're not willing to make that same pledge?
I'm not a general, Senator.
Congratulations. You played yourself.
I watched her the other night. She's all hopped up endorsing a communist in New York City. Communist in New York City. Communist in New York City. And she was all excited and jumping up and down. she's got to take a drug test. She really does. She's got to take a drug test. There's no way somebody can act that way and be normal. What she's done to our financial institutions, she destroys people that way and be normal. What she's done to our financial institutions, he destroys people. Do you know that you had a lot of great banks in the Midwest and banks that loaned to farmers and others, and they went out of business? She put them out of business. Stone cold mean. Banks that were open 150 years, family banks that supplied the farmers and manufacturers and others, and she put them out of business. She's a mean, horrible human being. Mean, horrible human being.
So what, your family told you were Native American?
Yeah.
Charlamagne tells me I'm Dominican, but I don't believe him.
You are. How long did you hold on to that? Because there was some reports that said you were Native American on your Texas bar license, and that you said you were Native American on some documents when you were a professor at Harvard. Like, why'd you do that?
So it's what I believe. You know, that's, like I said, it's what I learned from my family.
When did you find out you weren't?
Well, you know, I'm not a person of color.
You need to quit lying.
Not a person of color.
Join the Democrats. You don't have to be a liar, but it helps.